The new year is upon us, so you know what that means. A new year, new us, and at the top of my priority list is my health, because the older we get, the more we have to get serious about that, both being in the gym and eating right. So today we're going grocery shopping, making a little Ulta run, exploring Texas, having date night at a TCU women's basketball game, going to Sunday school, church, and prepping for the week. Welcome to Life in My 30s, episode 2. Today we are getting out of the house and exploring Texas. I'm so excited because it's the little things that you could do to be able to explore a new city that you're in. And the perfect way, in my opinion, is running errands. There's only 2 that I have to do today, but better than 0. First is going to Trader Joe's. And in this new year, one of the things that I want to work on, number 1, is being consistent in the gym. I feel like that's everyone's goal at the top of the year. But also with me going to the gym and for the type of results that I want to see, I have to eat differently, because you can work out all day, but if you don't eat right, you won't really see the results that you want. Well, the results that I want. I don't know what y'all results are, but for the results that I want, I'm gonna have to eat properly. So with that, I asked your girl, ChatGPT, to help me, number 1, come up with a workout plan, come up with a meal plan, and then come up with a grocery list. So today, I want to go get all of those groceries so that tomorrow I can actually take the time to meal prep for the week. The second thing that I want to do is actually go to Ulta. I ran out of one of the face products that I use on a day-to-day basis by Good Molecules. It's their brightening toner. I love that stuff to pieces. So I definitely have to go and get another bottle because it is a part of my everyday routine. And because they're pretty close to each other, it just makes sense that I knock out both at the same time. In addition to that, me and my boyfriend are going to a women's basketball game. TCU is playing. I just don't know who they are playing against. He just told me that the game starts at 7, so to be ready to go. And I said, say less. I'm just gonna get up, get dressed. Right now he's at the gym, so I have time to run my errands before he comes to pick me up later. Let's get out the house. Let's get to Trader Joe's to get everything that I need to meal prep for the week and just kind of sightsee as I drive. Trader Joe's, so I got everything I needed out of there for the most part. There are still some things that I need to get, y'all. I printed out my full grocery list. They were out of a lot of things. I guess they said they were behind on ordering things for the new year, and plus a lot of people are in there. So I still need ground turkey, I need eggs, I need zucchini, onions, I need chili powder, guacamole, and low sodium soy sauce or coconut aminos. I'll probably end up going to like a regular grocery store. Not that Trader Joe's isn't a regular grocery store, but I mean like the ones that are huge. Y'all know what I mean, like Kroger or Tom Thumb. But I had to go to those stores or those types of stores to get the rest of the things that I needed. I did get everything I need out of Ulta. I initially only went in there for the toner, but I ended up getting the brightening serum as well. I use that in my routine too, but I had ran out so long ago that I forgot to even put that back on my list. Neither here nor there. While I was in Trader Joe's, I did get this dark chocolate cover honey grams with sea salt, and the guy at the counter asked me how they were, like if they're any good. I was like, I have no idea. I just grabbed these. I shouldn't have even grabbed them because I know I probably shouldn't be eating these, but I definitely wanted to try one. This is so good. Oh yeah. I end up eating an entire container if I don't put those away. So I need to figure out what to actually eat for dinner tonight before we go to this basketball game. More than likely, I'm thinking I want to get sweet green. So I'm going to head there, get a salad. I'm going to mess that up. I know I am, because I've been thinking about sweet green for the longest. So let me get on over to sweet green, get back home, put all these groceries away, and then we should be headed out to the game after that. groceries are put away. My stuff from Ulta is put away. And now it is time for me to eat. I stopped at Sweet Green and got me a Harvest Bowl. Usually I don't get the chicken in it, but this time I decided to get the chicken in it. And also, she didn't shake my bowl up. They usually, you know, do they usually shake it up? I don't know, maybe they do. But I'm shaking mine up. So I like mine like that. I still have a little bit more time until we leave for the game. It's 6:34, the game starts at 7, and I don't think we're gonna be on time. So I have some time to eat my food. It looks so good. But before I even take the time to indulge in this, just quick one too, that was on my mind as I was driving back, which you can probably already tell, and it's the fact that my hair has already gotten poofy. I literally just wand curled my hair today, and even though I haven't been outside like that, literally like being outside, it just still is whooping me. The humidity is whooping me. I'm so used to the humidity in Chicago, which is still but here it is just insane. Like in the summer months, it's really crazy, but I didn't expect for it to be like that in the winter, being that it's not hot outside, but nonetheless, there's tons of moisture in the air. And I'm natural. I've been natural for a couple years. I had cut all my hair off and started over. But as you can see, all of my wand curls already dropped. They're done for. And it's starting to get poofy, and I can tell. So I'm trying to just pull it out of my face. But one thing that I definitely want or need to do while I'm here, probably in the next month or so, probably sooner than that, because I don't want to put heat on my hair, is have someone make me a wig and install it. Because number one, with me not wanting to damage my natural hair just in general, and number two, with me beginning to work out now, like trying to get back consistent with working out, I don't want to have to worry about my head sweating or worrying about my hair every single day when I'm going to the gym. And then on top of that, just being out exploring, doing things like that, especially when I'll physically be outside. I don't mean outside like going to Trader Joe's and being in a building, or going into Ulta and being in a building, literally being outside. I don't want to have to keep worrying about my hair and getting up and worrying about my hair. I just don't want to have to do that. So the only thing that I could think right now that's going to work is me getting a wig, or me wearing my hair naturally, which is a lot of work within itself, having to wash, deep condition, steam, do a twist out, do a flexi rod set once a week, because I like, you know, to keep my hair pretty fresh. Doing that once a week when I feel like so many things to do throughout the week, and then also on the weekend, I can't even figure out a time to squeeze it in without me having to sacrifice some time doing something else. So a wig is gonna have to work. So if you're watching this and you know someone in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that makes wigs and that's good and they look natural, please give me your suggestions, because I need them bad. I did find 2 people on TikTok that do good wigs from what I saw. I think they are booked up, but I'm probably still gonna reach out to see if there's a way to get on some type of like last minute list if somebody cancels an appointment, and also see if they make the wigs, because I don't know if they did or if they just installed them. Anywho, that's one of the dilemmas that I'm having. It's still cute, but not how I would like it. So that's my little bit session before I get into this food. But now it's time to eat, because your girl is hungry. Home from the game. I had such a good time. I love little nights like that where they're kind of impromptu, even though the game was on the calendar, but kind of just impromptu, random nights. Now I'm home. I was yawning a couple of times throughout the night, so it's definitely time for me to get ready for bed because I have to be up tomorrow for Sunday school, then church right after. The only dilemma is figuring out what I'm gonna do with my hair. So it got a little bit worse, as you can see. I've also been flipping it over. Down here, it kind of looks like some parts are together, and maybe I can play around with that tomorrow. Maybe do like a little half up, half down. But I gotta figure out a way to preserve the curls that I have. So what I'm gonna do is flexi rod my head. I'm probably gonna do like 4 in each section up here and 6 in each section in the back. I was gonna use the big flexi rods, but I'm just gonna end up using these orange ones because these are like kind of similar to the size that's already in my head. And then I'm just honestly gonna hope for the best. Another thing that I might be able to do that'll help with it is to spray it with some hairspray after I put it in my hair. I've done that before and it worked then a little bit. I be trying not to put a ton of products in my hair because I feel like that just weighs it down. So we're about to see right now what we can do and how we can preserve these curls until I find someone that could get me a wig or make me a wig. And the back is all right, but it's really the front. So let me get to putting these in my head. I really didn't want to sleep with these tonight because y'all know these are just so uncomfortable, but I gotta do what I gotta do, y'all. Done a lot quicker than I thought. I also got it done with a lot less flexi rods than I thought. I only ended up using 3 in each section, so there's 12 over my entire head. And I did decide I'm going to use a hairspray to try to get this to stay in place overnight. I have 2 that I usually use. This is the Garnier Fructis Style Full Control Hairspray, 24-hour hold, and it's anti-humidity. And then this one I have the Gots to Be Glued blasting spray for blasting hole and all that stuff. I usually like this because of the scent and how it smells, so I might top it off a little bit with this, but I think I'm gonna go with this since it does have the anti-humidity. I feel like I may have put a little bit of this on my hair earlier, and as you can see, my hair is still doing what it wants to do, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna be a little bit more heavy-handed with it this go round because I need this to do what it needs to do overnight. The smell isn't what I would prefer, but that's why we're gonna top it off with this Gots to Be. Oh, it's a little wet too. We're gonna top it off with this. Okay, that's it. That was a lot, but that's it now. Now all I'm going to do is put on my bonnet, take my face off, and call it a night. And we'll see how this turns out in the morning. Good morning. It is a Sunday morning. I'm basically ready for church. All I have to do is see if my hair cooperated from last night. And from the feel of me just taking that off, I could definitely tell the hairspray was hairspraying because my hair was just sticking to the bonnet. But we're gonna see if the curls stayed intact. And this one already seems like it's more defined than it was yesterday. So let's just take out all of these and see what we're working with. They definitely are a lot more defined than yesterday. Y'all saw when I went to sleep. And what I think I'm gonna do now is just separate them a bit, just a little bit, because I know when I go back outside today, there's a possibility they're going to do what they want to do again. So if I just try to keep them in chunks of curls so that they can kind of still be together, I should end up being okay for the day. So for each section, or each where each flexi rod was, I'm gonna separate it into 4 curls, and that is it. Exactly how it was at the beginning of yesterday, but it's better than what it looked at the end of yesterday, so I'm gonna take that as a win. It will definitely do for church and all of the other things that I have to do today, and then throughout the week I'll just kind of figure out what I'm gonna do with it depending on what it decides to do itself. So anywho, let's head out the house. Today on the agenda is church. Well, church is kind of a 2-part: Sunday school at church and then the church service. I also need to go to the grocery store again, not Trader Joe's this time, but another grocery store to pick up some of the other things that were on my list that Trader Joe's did not have. And then I need to prep for the week. So all my meal prep, I need to edit some videos, get those scheduled out for the week, and then just start to wind down, start a new book today as well. And one of my goals this year, which the way I kind of broke down my goals is I wrote all the goals that I have for the year, and then from there I separated it into quarters of the year. I only have the first quarter done right now, so I kind of pulled goals from my big list and put them on a first quarter list, and those are goals that I know I can accomplish in the first 12 weeks of the year. And one of those goals, well, 2 of those goals actually pertain to church and my faith. And the first is to join a church, and the second is to join a ministry at church. So there's been a church I've been attending when I've been here throughout the last year, and I've also been attending since I moved here. More than likely that's going to be the church that I end up joining. And then also on New Year's Eve for the watch night service, they actually had all of their ministries lined up in the back. So I kind of went to the different tables and was talking to the representatives or the leaders of those ministries about what it is that they do, what days that they meet, what days they go out and give and serve. And I signed up for like 4 or 5 of them, y'all. I kid you not. So I also have that in the works of joining a ministry. I'll probably end up joining more than one, which is fine. But I'm glad that I'm actually like taking steps towards my goals, hitting the ground running top of the year instead of prolonging them. So I'm excited for church today. It's the first Sunday. And also Sunday school, we have a new study book, which I've never had any of the study books. So I'm excited to get my first study book and use that throughout the period that we're going to use that book. I don't know how they break it down, but we shall see. Anywho, I really have to get up, get out, and get to church. Also, a very quick OOTD before I head out, because I feel like one of the things that I kind of struggled with when I started to go back to church in person, especially because I had not, number one, been to church in a while in person, but also because I've been working remotely, so I didn't even have to think about these types of outfits, is what to wear to church. And thankfully I found some stuff on Shein. people feel how they feel about Shein, but I feel like if you really search on there and look, they have some good stuff for you to be able to wear for different occasions. So I found some good stuff for church. This is a 2-piece set. It's like these, I don't even know what this material is, but it's very lightweight material, and it's a 2-piece set. So there's the top, there's the pants. I also did get the heels from there too. These are more on the shorter side. I would say they're like 2 or 3 inches, but they are perfect for church. I also put a little comfort thing in the toe area, so even if I'm in them for a long period of time, they don't bother me at all. And my coat is from Boohoo, so well, I can show you my coat, but it's the same coat I had on yesterday. I swapped back and forth between 2 coats yesterday, but this is just a black trench coat that goes all the way down to the ground, and it has the belt on it as well. So I just like this. Sometimes I just want to blend in church and wear all black, especially if I know I'll be sitting towards the front. So this is my outfit. And then I also have this little bag that I carry my Bible in, a notebook, pen, hand sanitizer, tissue, because I be crying in there, and my wallet, since I don't take a physical purse. I feel like it's just too many bags, and they really, the ushers, like, they really put us together in our seat. So anywho, wanted to show you that before I actually left out the house for real this time for church. Church was amazing today, you all. Specifically, Sunday school was amazing. I have not consistently been in Sunday school since I was a child. So to do the young adult Sunday school, it, number one, hits differently just because I am a follower of Christ now, have been baptized, and am trying to do better with my walk with God. And also in me just getting in my word on my own. I think that intertwined with living life and kind of seeing how life is unfolding, both of those together, it just makes it hit different because the word and the way I understand it is so different nowadays. We have these workbooks you all saw, and I like that too because it's over the course, I'm gonna say it's over the course of maybe like 8 weeks, because it seems like there's 8 lessons, 1 for each week. And this week was so good. It was so good. And one of the points that stood out, it was 3 that really stood out, but there was one in particular that I wrote down because I think it also pertains to my channel, the direction I wanted to go in, and just me thinking about my life in general. So we're gonna have a quick little rant, and then we're gonna get to the rest of the night because I really need to lock in and get some stuff done before I have to go to sleep and get ready for the week. But nonetheless, one thing our Sunday school teacher was talking about is the fact that obviously God watches over us from above. We're like little grasshoppers to him, and there is nothing anyone could say or anyone could do to stop what God has for you. And that got me to thinking about my life, but then also just social media and what it has become. So I feel like for me, I always felt like I had my life mapped out to a certain point. I had everything mapped out. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew that once I had an idea in my head, I could come up with a plan, I could execute, I could get things done, I could accomplish the things that I want. And I think over the past 2 years, what I have realized is that though there are times where God will allow for my wants, my desires to be aligned with his will, ultimately his will supersedes anything I want. And if what I am doing does not align with what he has for me and what he has called me to do, it's not going to happen. And I think a lot of times especially being the beginning of the year, top of the year, and people being online, I feel like social media has turned into people being mysterious all the time. Everyone wants to like live this mysterious life, not want anyone to know what's going on with them. And it gets to a point where some people are like, I'm not gonna post about what I got going on, what I want to do, what my goals are, because people are going to prey on my downfall. And I do agree, you got some haters. Everyone has haters. Everyone has people that do not want to see them succeed, reach their goals. But if you are a follower of Christ and truly believe that God has your life mapped out and he does everything on purpose and with intention, do you truly believe that someone could pray and say, I don't want this to happen for Robin. I don't want this to happen for so-and-so. I don't want this to happen to so-and-so. And God is just going to be like, okay, cool. Like, I'm going to make sure that they fail at whatever it is that they do. I don't believe that, which is why I feel like some people are just suffering in silence because so many people don't want to talk about what they're going through or what their goals are or ask for help. They want to do it all on their own. That they don't share their journey, meaning they can't build a group of people that would be able to help them or want to help them, all because they believe that someone has the power that is not God to make sure certain things don't happen in their life. And I think that just really hit me today, because there have been times where I wouldn't talk about next steps or the goals I had or the things that I wanted to do, all because I didn't want someone else to have it, or other people that I knew were great at what I was doing at the same time to be in the same pool as me because they could get the job or do certain things. Or I didn't want people preying on my downfall. I only wanted people to see my high moments. And it's like, why does it even have to be like that? Because what God has for me is going to be for me. And if I pray for something and it doesn't happen, that just means it was not his will for me. And if I'm trusting him and know that he knows best, I should be okay with the fact that some things that I want and my plan isn't gonna always go according to my plan, because it's not my plan, it's his plan. So anyway, it was a beautiful thing I learned in Sunday school today that I just wanted to come and let y'all know. That's my takeaway. Sunday school was amazing today. And after Sunday school, I went to Kroger to get the last couple things that were on my grocery list. Thankfully, they had everything that I needed. So now I can meal prep for the week. I don't think I'm gonna put them in separate containers, like the ground turkey with the vegetables with this. I think I'm gonna more so break it up where I put all the ground turkey in one container, all the vegetables in one container, all of everything else in separate containers. And then as I go throughout the week, I can just take from those containers and be able to warm it up. So right now it's 7:49. On my new schedule for the year, I'm supposed to be in the bed by 8:30, kind of reading my book and winding down. I'm a little bit behind schedule because I took that nap. So hopefully I'll be able to get my meal prep done so that throughout the week I'm not like rushing trying to do that. So let me stop talking so much and actually get to meal prepping and turn on some good music while I do it, because we all love a little vibe while we're cooking. I think it just makes the time go by quicker and it just makes it more enjoyable. prep for the week is all done. I didn't do the entire week. I did a portion of the week. I did 3 lunches. The dinners, because I want to like start spending my evening being a little slower, actually like taking the time to stop work and cook dinner. I'm going to cook dinner each night. I may prep a little. If I have extra, then I will have it for the next day. But I want to take tomorrow actually prepping dinner during dinner time. I'm glad that I have all of that prepped. Clean the kitchen, clean the stove. I have me a cup of tea. Hopefully this will help me go to sleep. I'm going to try to sip this tea. It's called Well Rested, if I'm not mistaken. I got it from Trader Joe's. I'm not usually even a tea girl or woman. I just know that I need to start to drink tea, and tea's good for you, especially when you have actual lemons in it. So just maybe a little tea. And I have my Kindle. I usually try to, well, I experimented with not being on social media leading up to me going to bed and just reading, and I feel like I fall asleep a lot quicker. So I want to continue to do that. Got a Kindle for my birthday, love that. And there's a new book that I'm about to start reading because my goal is to read a book a month this year. It's called Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. I've heard so many good things about this. I've been on the wait list because I have the Libby app. I've been on the wait list with my library for weeks, and they finally had it available. So I'm like, oh yeah, need that. I'm gonna probably start reading that tonight and go to sleep off that. I need to set my alarm, still wrap my hair, put the flexi rods back in. Feeling good and prepared for the week. I'm also very excited about this week because I'm gonna be able to, you know, meet some new people, but also I have a job interview on Friday. I need to prep for that, which like I said, we'll talk about in another video. I might just prep with you all in another video. But anywho, not gonna ramble. But I hope you all enjoyed this vlog and we'll enjoy the vlogs that are to come. I appreciate you all so much for tuning in, for being here with me. You could have chose any other video here on YouTube, but you decided to click on mine and also make it to the end of mine. So I appreciate that so much. I hope you all have a great week. I hope you all had a great weekend. Be blessed and also be a blessing. I'll see you all in my next video.